good?
Yeah, I ain't got no haircut. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
Hey guys, so it's Lola Stone. I'm back with Phillip, and we're gonna do a video on cryotherapy. I had a lot of subscribers ask me about cryotherapy. Unfortunately, I didn't go through that treatment. I just went through the injections and getting it cut off. But I have a friend here who is actually now going through cryotherapy, and he's going to tell you about his journey with cryotherapy.
So basically, I've had my keloid now for about 10 years. I started doing the cryotherapy process maybe about 4 to 5 months ago. Pretty much what it is you're placing liquid nitrogen on the area of interest in which you would want to heal. So the liquid nitrogen is placed on, it's supposed to be a one-time process, but because of the extent and damage of the keloid on my chest, we had to do it 3 times. Now, it's actually healing a lot better.
After 3.
After 3 times.
After 3, y'all.
But it's a very slow, it's a very strenuous process.
So, do you know what caused your keloid, or?
I definitely know what caused my keloid. It was about 10 years ago, like I said before. It was right before I got married. I was actually going to Jamaica for our honeymoon, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and manscape and clean off and shave off my chest. The issue was I actually used Nair.
When I use
Nair.
Guys,
don't use Nair.
don't use Nair. I've heard so many stories about people putting Nair on their face, on their butt part, and just don't use Nair on sensitive areas. Just don't do it. But
And Nair, in my experience, is definitely not made for people with high concentrated melanin counts. That's my politically correct way of saying African Americans or black people. It is not made for us at all. It's kind of funny too. The first time I put the Nair on, I saw a pimple come up.
ooh,
And then I put oil on. I put oil and everything on, and then about a week later, it was actually gone.
the pimple was gone.
The pimple was gone.
Okay.
But then I used Nair for the second time. The second time I used Nair
On your chest.
on my chest, I didn't put any oil on whatsoever. And I kept pinching it like, okay, it's gonna go away. It's just like the other one, it'll go away. Didn't treat it, didn't think anything of it, didn't think it was a keloid, just thought it was a pimple.
Right. Did you even know what keloids were at that time?
I did know what keloids were. And then we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
When I put Nair on the second time and I saw that it started protruding out even more, I was like, oh, it really is becoming an issue. So it got to a point too, I noticed every time I worked out, it started getting bigger and bigger. Anytime I would lift heavy weights or do anything strenuous to that area, it started getting bigger and bigger. It's almost like because of where the keloid was sitting and the type of workout regimen I was doing, it was almost feeding off the bloodstream of the muscle regimens that I was doing for that specific area.
So like the tension in that
The
area.
tension in that area was causing it to be like inflamed.
So you put the Nair on. You noticed the pimple. Did you try to bust the pimple?
Tried to bust it, that didn't work. That actually made it worse in my experience.
Yeah.
And it made it worse because you're aggravating that area of interest.
That area.
And I feel like what keloid really is, it's definitely a mutation.
Right.
So, and it's trying to overcompensate and heal. And since it's trying to overcompensate and heal, any more aggravation to the keloid will cause it to have the reverse effect and get larger and spread out over more skin area.
And that's the scary part about it.
Scary part about it.
Okay, so right now you are going through cryotherapy. And it's hard for me to pronounce this word, so please excuse me if I mess up, but cryotherapy. And he actually told me his story about going through the treatment, and it's very interesting. I don't know if I could have handled that, this treatment, because my treatment was just a cut, slice, dice, it's over with, and now I'm just waiting for it to completely heal. But go ahead and tell me your story about cryotherapy, your experience.
So pretty much, with the cryotherapy, I started about 3 months ago. They sprayed my dermatologist sprayed the liquid nitrogen onto the area of interest. The liquid nitrogen in the first treatment, it worked, but it was only getting the surface or the circumference of the keloid. It wasn't going into the interior or the really damaged tissue on the inside.
So it goes inside of the skin?
It's supposed to absorb.
Okay.
But the way the liquid nitrogen, think of it as like a spray can. It was just spraying only on the surface, and it wasn't getting into the actual keloid. So what we did for the second and third time, she came back and used the actual cotton swab and swabbed and actually pushed into the keloid.
Did that part hurt?
That part hurt, but it didn't hurt as bad as the aftermath. The aftermath was the healing process, or the process 3 hours after we did the treatment. So 3 hours after we did the treatment, I noticed that the keloid started getting inflamed. It literally raised to maybe triple the size of its original size before we started doing the treatment, and it hurt really, really bad, almost unbearable pain.
So from a scale to 1 to 10 for the pain?
It's a 20. That's how bad it was. It was probably one of the most excruciating pains I ever had in my life.
And medication?
So with the medication, for me, my dermatologist recommended that I do the Aquaphor, and she recommended for a pain standpoint that I do a Tylenol or something like that.
Okay.
Me, I'm more of a natural herbal guy, so I really don't like doing the westernized drugs.
Okay.
So I stayed away from it. I wouldn't advise that to anybody else. If you need that type of ailment to soothe you with the pain, if you decide to go the cryotherapy route, then by all means, definitely take what you need what's best for you. Because I literally could not even sleep the night of the treatment. But the next day, it started feeling a lot better. It started reducing in size tremendously. And by day 3, typically, it's going all the way down to its original size. It's not even flatter than that. So, but it did that on treatment 2 and treatment 3. So my third treatment, now it's reduced in size, maybe about half of what it originally was when we first started the process. So, and treatment 3 was maybe about a month and a half ago. So now I can tell it's definitely working, but it's working only because I'm keeping it bandaged up and I'm keeping the Aquaphor on it. And while my dermatologist, like I said again, told me to use Aquaphor, consort with your dermatologist what would work best for your skin, because all of us are different genetic makeup, so what works for one might not work for the other person. So my prediction for full flattening of the keloid, I think it's going to take maybe 3 to 4 months. So.
3 to 4 months, and how many treatments does that kind of like equal to?
I'm actually not going to do any more treatments.
So 3 is your cutoff?
3 was my cutoff. Most people say it only takes 1 treatment and you're done with it. For me, we just went on ahead and we wanted to zap it out of there. So we did the second and third treatment just to make sure, because we saw that it was kind of getting big around the circumference. So both of us agreed upon after the last treatment, and we did a follow-up appointment that, hey, it looks pretty good, it's flattening out. We don't want to keep zapping it and it keeps getting back inflamed, so it's going to take longer to heal. So what we did was make that decision and just seeing, and it's actually working right now. So.
And so right now you have it covered up with what type of Band-Aid?
It's I'm actually using it's actually a hydrocele Band-Aid. My dermatologist didn't even know about this. I just randomly saw it when we were at the pharmacy store one day. So the hydrocele Band-Aid is keeping like any oxygen from coming in, but it's keeping all that moisture.
What you really need when it comes down to keloids, keep it moist.
You need moisture, because if oxygen gets in there, it's starting to dry it out, and when it starts drying out, the idea of the keloid is saying, hey, well, we're drying out again, so we need to keep doing that healing process, and it keeps the tissue or the cells binding back to each other, and then forcing that keloid to rise back up on the top layer of your skin.
And that's why I was telling on my last video, my dermatologist, my surgeon actually recommended me use Scarway, and when I did my research on Scarway, the silicone part that's going to be over the keloid, that part is actually to keep it hydrated. So there's a lot of truth in keeping your keloid or your scar hydrated for the benefits of it not growing back.
You can buy Scarway in like the store?
Yep, you can buy Scarway from CVS, Walgreens, I think any local drugstore. Walmart even has it. But I do recommend, if you are having problems with keloids, keeping it covered really does help a lot. Right now mine isn't covered, and I haven't had it covered for about maybe 2 months, but I'm going to go back to covering it up, even though it's been a long journey. I do see improvement with keeping it covered up. So, do you want to show them your covered up?
No, I want to show them the unveiling process.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like a keloid coming out party.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna have.
So we're gonna come back when he's ready to show you guys, you know, everything that has come after the cryotherapy.
And I have pictures of the before and after, so I'll bring the pictures, or we'll show the pictures online or whatever.
So you wanna put the pictures on here?
Yep.
Okay, well we can do that too. So, anything else you wanna say?
I definitely feel like it's part of our genetic makeup somewhat. One being because my father had a keloid when we were younger.
Okay.
And he got his keloid actually from the razor that he was using on the back of his neck. So it started growing further and further out.
So he was using a razor and he was using Nair.
And I was using Nair on my chest.
Okay.
But cutting my hair, I could tell I was getting, like most people get razor bumps, but sometimes those razor bumps mutate into keloid if they're not treated properly and if they dry out if you're not using oil. So I think that's what was kind of happening with his, and his started protruding out a lot more. So what's funny with that, I made sure to use oil all the time on my hair and everything to make sure like I didn't get any craziness going on there. But I didn't take that same approach when I started cutting manscaping different parts of my body. So.
Understood. Okay, and then so Phillip actually has his own YouTube channel, and I want you guys to go ahead and follow him if you want to go ahead and give your information.
You can follow my YouTube channel. It's Hybrid Humans, HYBRID. Humans, HUMANS, and we're geared towards tumbling, power tumbling, and doing stunts on film.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys will definitely see more of Phillip because he's going through the cryotherapy journey now. To my subscribers who've been asking me about this treatment, here you have it. I haven't gone through it, but you have someone who has, so be on the lookout for the next video so we can keep you guys updated. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye. I need to make sure nothing's cutting off.
Yeah, I said recording.
Oh, you dance, eh?
Used to. Used to battle engineer. You know what happened. I gotta graduate. I'm an engineer.
Okay.
Alright, cool.